With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today we start the new year with an NFC matchup out west, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Seattle. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there, because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Seahawks, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard
line. Looking to put a drive together.
Cougar 19. Cowboy 80. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's got room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's good.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the one he was after there. But it'll be second down.
On the coverage.
On the jump. Let's go now. Ready?
They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready?
They'll look to throw again. And he rifles one incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
19, Tiger, 19.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, incomplete to Shaheed. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Hawk 70, 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Go.
First carry here from Ken Walker. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
7 Pirates, 60 Vikings.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he fires one incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try to do this himself. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Let's go.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third and 4. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Purdy on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Ricky Pearsall. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And now fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Here we go, here we go. Let go.
Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. Still going inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there out of the running game. 49 yards. 21-3 is your score after one. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Charbonnet will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it makes the score 21-10.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Purdy going to give it to Garindo. And he stopped immediately there. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing here, Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Purdy looking to throw. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. 4th down try. Here's Purdy. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Connects with Kittle underneath. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. third down. Here's McCaffrey. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey, 35 yards. And the Niners are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Tag. Bronco 80. Go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll get this one to Cobb complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Okay,
back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go. Viking 18. Ready, right?
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
The 33-yard line.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ready.
Back to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cobb. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now back to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Myers' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Come on.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
It's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here we go. Panther 6, Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick. Go.
2nd and 6. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
70 Rangers, Lightning, 8.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made
of. Myers' kick is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
2nd and 6.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. That's into the hands of Pearson on the right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Purdy will look to throw again here. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A gain of 14 yards. And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Pearson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
22 more yards. That's another 49er first down.
Here's Purdy. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
He'll drop to throw. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now here's Michael Dixon as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get set, get set. 18.
They'll try the middle with the window. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, San Francisco.
Purdy now to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
That's another 49er 1st down.
Back to throw, Purdy. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Ricky Pearsall with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
For the extra point.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Seahawks 16.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they will finally get him down. How about that return? They'll be set up well as time has run out in this 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4.
Okay, break. Let's go. Ready, ready.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 37-yard line.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Smith and Jigba hauling it in on the out route. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
Set.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. He completes this to Walker. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 two scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give running left now, Garendo. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Here's Garendo on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that a team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. Caden Prather with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Niners are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. This 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And Walker once more. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
It gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First down. First and 10.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he whips that one incomplete there. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Ready? Viking 18.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the 49ers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.